You know, the second film that made me sealed it, I'm like, okay, this one is a genius, was Glimpse.
Glimpse was a true life story.
Ah.
Yes, it was a true life story.
How did you hear the story? How did you receive the story?
Part of our own personal story was inside. In our early years of our marriage, we had this landlord from hell. It was a landlord. In fact, it was a landlord's girlfriend that was the one that was from hell. She would bust into the room. Mommy Victoria, rent you, due. Ha! And you know, we didn't see where the money was coming from. So there were so many choices, you know. And I remember that conversation I had with someone. I said, come and see me. How much is this money? We'll sort it out. We'll sort it out for you. Ha! You know, when you get to a point in your life, you are afraid. I don't want to be kicked out. This money is not coming from anywhere. We are working. As at that time, when this story happened, where my salary was 40,000, my husband was 25,000 in a law firm, 65,000, and we had a kid whose school fees was 80,000 naira. Crutch. So you're asking yourself, what is more important? You know. So it was a lot of temptation. It was tough, you know. And I remember when I went in for that meeting with that man, and they said, and I said, Uncle, this is the decision. I said, no problem. I'll give you that money tomorrow, you know. And I said, okay, I'll come for you tomorrow. And then he calls me and says, I'm at this hotel. Come and meet me. Married with a 3-year-old. I should come and meet you at a hotel because I have rent to pay. This is the first time I'm actually acknowledging that this is our story. My husband will probably kill me. And I told my husband, I said, Uncle said I should come to the hotel to come and meet him. I said, let me drive you there. So we walked in together. You came with your husband? I said, yes, he brought me. He said, what happened was I forgot the checkbook. And we drove back, we were crying. We had literally 3 days to when this woman said she was coming. This woman is 6'3". She's a giant. She kicks my door, like, that's how she comes in. I was scared because my landlord and his, you know, they were also drug addicts. So you don't know when they are coming, what state their mind is in when they come to your house, because they've come at different times at 3 a.m. in the night. This is when our rents are not even expired though. All this time I'm saying we're not owing rent though.
Yes.
It is that the rent will soon expire. Not that we are owing rent. The rent will soon, and they've been coming to let us know that they want that money. So we got home, we were crying, my husband broke down. And we just went out to sleep that, you know, we'll just move, you know, we'll probably just move to mommy's place and all that. And then the very next day, I went to the office and I saw my MD, who I've been walking past every day. And I was crying. What is wrong with you? It's my rent, sir. How much is the rent? Sir, I don't even want to stay there. I want to move. How much is the house you have seen? It's 300,000, sir. 300,000. Okay, I'll give you the money tomorrow. The MD didn't see me that day. I just came and I saw the envelope on my desk. The 300,000 naira check. That time check was still raining. So I saw it on my desk. I went to his office. I was on the floor. I was like, what kind of embarrassment is this? And as he gave me that 300,000, Judy, I'm not lying. That night, one of my cousins had been asking for money. He said, I finally credited you 1 million to go and start that business. I'm not, so everything that was in Glimpse, yes, 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 yes. I've finally credited you. So today we moved from our 1-bedroom, we moved to a 3-bedroom, we even bought car.
Jehovah overdo.
We even bought car. Inside that our 1.3, we still bought car. Wow. I'm telling you.
Oh my God, that makes so much sense.
You know, so every time I'm praying, yesterday I had a vigil in my house and I was praying. I said, it's difficult. I mean, I not be in the camp of those who say there is no God. Because I've experienced you too many ways. And I'm not ashamed to tell people that I'm a Christian. I know God. This man, you know, he has come through many times.
Wow.
Many times.
It's a powerful story. Yes. A lot of things about your storytelling make sense now. You know, because I remember when the camera zoomed back into her eyes in Glimpse.
And we did that quick rewind.
Yeah, I did that quick rewind. I broke into tears. I'm just like, because all these things that are happening, the collapse of her marriage, all of that. I was just like, and I was torn. I was like, I cannot blame this woman. But also I understand. And so there was a relief that leapt out of me.
Like, at least.
Thank God.
It doesn't matter whether they've not paid the rent, but at least.
And she's just like, what? Then she just ran out of, I've not seen it in 7 years, but I remember that scene. My heart leapt for joy. Then everything began to happen for her. You got married early, did you?
Well, yes. I got married right about a year or so after university. I'd met my husband in university.
Ah, right. Yes. Why did you guys decide to get married early?
We had a baby coming.
There you go. Right. So you guys fell in love very quickly then?
No, I've known this man since my year 2. He was not my spec in any way. But we then met again in national service. Right. He was the only one I knew in Uyo. Like he said, he's always like, this girl, one day I'll go marry him.
I love it.
When we met, again, he was in a relationship, and they broke up when we were there.
You broke it up?
I did not. As a matter of fact, today, I was actually gunning for him to do me to his elder brother. Because he spoke so glowingly about his elder brother.
Right.
He's the kind of guy now, God. You know, so I was really hoping that I can have a moment to say, this is your brother, introduce us. I didn't know where the man do have another plan. Yeah.
Right. Do you think there's a difference between the person who gets married early and builds a career and the person who essentially building a career as they're getting married and the person who like packs one for the other?
I don't think that there is a difference. I think that what is important here is the support system. If your partner understands and supports you. Please understand that when I told my husband I wanted to be an actor, he was vehemently against it. Really? For a man that we met on the set of his friend, he was helping his friend coordinate a shoot in university. That's how I knew this man. Right. So I'm thinking, and I was an actor on that set. So I would assume that he got the memo. And then he says to me, no, you were not actor.
Why?
To be honest, I just think that he's just been very protective. Because even when, you know, eventually he was going to agree, I had to tell him, I said, if you tell me not to pursue what I love, it means you're taking something so deeply rooted in me away. And if you take that away, I'm never going to be happy in this marriage. No matter how much you give, I will never be happy because you have told me to bury something that is so precious to you because of you. And it was trying to find the balance. Was when we now decided to go to film school and go and do directing. That was him saying, I support you, but maybe not as an actor, but as this, you know. But amazingly, the man has featured a few times in my film.
I want to say he's in film now.
Yes, he has featured a few times. I mean, every time I'm like, come and do one thing for us, you know. However, you know, so now he's come to also trust. Because I understood his fears. You understand that when you get into the industry, into entertainment, the possibility of being lost is very high, missing your way. But I'm also very grateful for the time that I came in. I'd matured, I'd had a relationship with God, and I always shared this every time. I understood why I became a filmmaker. There was a reason. I had a mission. There was a purpose to be fulfilled. My stories are not just going to be stories. They were supposed to address, to stay with you, to speak your truth, because that's what I was doing on radio with my show. And so I wanted to continue to do that. And more importantly, I also heard that afternoon when I was having my quiet time, and God said, I would bless this work that you're doing, but if you make a mistake, I will take it away. And when I shared this revelation with him, perhaps, he made me relax. Mess up now. God is going to deal with you, you know, and so he's been very, very supportive, really, really supportive.
Did you feel resentful the first time he said no?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. And, you know, that's when I told him that if you tell me to give this up, something that you've known to be a part of me, it will be unfair, and I will never be happy. No matter how much you try, I would never be happy because you're not allowing me become who I'm supposed to be. I had a